What is going on, Panther Lair? We are back talking about the Pittsburgh Panthers 84-50 victory over the Bucknell Bison at home this past Monday night. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Nojus Indrusaitis' performance. Played 17 minutes, finished with 11 points on 4 of 8 shooting, also chipped in with 4 rebounds. Now, I think one of the things that I saw over the course of the game was that Nojus was called out to handle the ball a little bit more. We know that he's pretty much the guard that's going to come off the bench if Pitt ever were to go to a 7-man rotation. I think he's probably the 7th guy. So I think it is probably important that he has a fair amount of ball handling duties, just because you never know if it's going to be share the court with guys like Minor or Cummings, even Witherspoon. There were times in this game where he was not on the floor with them, and a large part of that is because the Panthers were winning by quite a bit towards the end of the second half. But throughout the game, they still did give him some opportunities, so wanted to take a little bit closer of a look at those. So starting here, a little bit more than 5 minutes into the game. I do think just in general that the ball movement was a lot better against Bucknell here. Really like this, throwing it into the post, clearing out. Suolipa had already cleared out. The defense was a little bit more bent to stop Corin. That does make some sense. He is pretty dangerous here to put the ball on the floor for like 2 dribbles from this spot. But I like how Nojus gets here, and then as all the defenders' heads turn, he just cuts into this open space. Suolipa feels the same thing. Good pass here by Corin, and layup here for Nojus. So really good off-ball movement. I like his off-ball scoring instincts in terms of cutting without the ball, moving without the ball, and also attacking closeouts. And you're going to see that here in this clip. Going to attack this closeout and makes a tough shot, plus gets fouled. So this is later in that second half, like I was talking about, and there's not a lot of other ball handlers on the floor here for Pitt. You have Corin, you have Suolipa, you have Dunning Jr., and then you have more here. So it's pretty much going to be Nojus this entire time. Here they get into like one of their horns types of looks. This rolls into kind of like their hawk screens. This does force a switch. So there is an element here. Maybe Corin could have gone into Suolipa if he backed down a little bit farther to be a little bit deeper. But do like that Nojus goes at the switch here. Bucknell sends 2 to the ball, kicks to Dunning Jr. So overall, I mean, this was like, pretty reasonable going at mismatches. This is still a mismatch here, right, because of the switch, and Nojus attacks it. I don't think this is the worst shot in the world, right? Also go down. Also, this game is already decided, so I don't want to say it's an opportunity to take bad shots here. But the reality is, I think that, attacking a switch is never a problem usually. I think that these are examples here. One of the reasons I wanted to keep this in is because when the Bison would send 2 to the ball, how they chose to rotate over, they're going to come from 1 pass away here. So I don't love this alignment here. I mean, if Moore's up here and Dunning Jr. is in the corner, I think once this ball just gets kicked over the top here, that it's going a swing to Dunning Jr., who had already hit 7 threes in this game, probably makes the most sense. But sometimes I just think there's a weird alignment here. So this guy's going to probably try to split. Here comes the help from 1 pass away. And this ends up just getting kicked back to Nojus. Nothing happens. Little ghost screen here. Again, 2 go to the ball. And I think here, just end of the shot clock. Game already decided. I'm not sure I love Nojus trying to create out of nothing. And so I talked about his ability to attack closeouts. I talked about his ability to attack switches, him moving without the ball. But in terms of just like pure creation, he's not quite what Minor is, certainly not what Cummings is. And that's not necessarily a problem. But I think it's just kind of something to watch as the non-conference schedule continues to play on, because he's going to have opportunities with the ball in his hands, and it'll be interesting to see kind of what he can do with those.